precedent.
No, I'm not going in, to character assassination. It did occur. I protested vigorously. It involves, obviously, my client's son. He is a minor. It's an area that should have remained confidential. It has absolutely nothing to do with this case, and from my perspective, it was a disgrace to bring it up. But that's passé.
Could I ask about, your client came out of the gate kind of feisty, for lack of a better word. There was some back and forth with the prosecutor. It was a little bit uncomfortable. Do you think that's a good look for the jury on his part?
It is obviously never wise to be combative. On the other hand, if a prosecutor repeatedly says something that at least the client, and the client's lawyer, as a matter of fact, believes he didn't say, of course he has to say, I didn't say that. That wasn't combative. But mind you, infer this. He hasn't slept in 3 days. He's up and fighting for his life. He's in a cell, when he leaves here. So he does come to court, what would I call it, emotionally drained. And sometimes, yes, he was combative. You saw that in the earliest stage of the cross-examination. But from my perspective, he was combative in an area where he had to clear the record. He believed that the prosecutor was misstating the record, and you saw, co-counsel and I objecting over and over again. Many objections were sustained. We talked with him, obviously, during the break. We tried to kind of, pat him on the shoulder, calm him down. Derek, you haven't slept in 3 days, but you've got to maintain your composure. And in essence, kind of, wasn't so-called combative after all.
Is it part of the prosecution strategy, you think, to fire him up, to get him to trip up on the stand, get upset?
The way that the prosecutor, from my perspective, asks the same question over and over and over again, and my client's trying to give that same answer over and over again, I would say, therefore, I infer that that's part of strategy, to wear him down, to interrogation, is a necessity. My client called it duress, where you're being challenged, where you're being accused, where you're being threatened by, a different answer. So I think under that concept, it's part of the strategy to try to make him, I don't know. He's not a violent guy. He has no violence. He's never had violence on his record. So if it was a different kind of case, and you're trying to, we've done a lot of murder cases where the people are, I don't know, very savage. And so they will break out in court and show emotion and show anger or show even potential violence. That's not going to happen with my client. That's not his nature. But he is bright, he is articulate, and he will dot his I's and cross his T's in his testimony, and I think that's perfectly understandable. Cue off the jury. Lawyers are always looking at the jury to see how they're receiving it, and they are, enraptured. They are taking notes. They are looking at him. He hasn't turned anyone off who's on the jury that I saw. So once again, I feel, satisfied with how things are going.
Why does he feel that he was stripped of his property?
Well, because the owner, in the early stages, told him that the zoning that allowed him to do everything he wanted to do. And then, you know, he finds out, no, he can't do everything he wanted to do, et cetera, et cetera. So he felt in that way he was tricked.
And then Tony, talk about how your client says he believes the Ames tricked him versus the DA's contention that this was as is and he didn't have a chance to inspect it beforehand when he was empty.
The trick or misrepresentation on the part of the landlord didn't pertain to the status of the premises, to rent, was there water, was electricity intact, you know, was there, you know, a second exit, things like that. That wasn't the trick. The trick was saying that it is zoned for all of the activity that you want to perform in there. She gave him the green light. You know, she told him what the zoning was, double C. The truth was it isn't.
But did your client also add that he was under the belief that there was plumbing, water, or something?
Yes, he assumed that.
He assumed that?
Yes.
But he's not saying that he's tricked anybody.
Right, because there was no misrepresentation about that. And as the DA well brought out, he had the opportunity to look around, you know, to ascertain, but he didn't. He said he just didn't go into it that deeply, because you kind of assume, oh well, there's going to be water, there's electricity, there's going to be, you know, a toilet. None of those things were there, but that wasn't, I don't think, trickery, and I don't think my client thinks it was trickery.
So it was after he realized that there wasn't plumbing and there wasn't...
He called someone in who was going to do the work, who was going to get the permits, and who thought the landlord was going to pay. You know, he even pointed out that, you know, in one of the emails, the landlord expected the permit process to occur by the person who, you know, represented himself as a contractor and was doing the work.
At what point